people don't like to paint and don't do painting at home because they figure they have to have a lot of special equipment. And what I'm going to show you is that you don't need any special equipment and you can do it and it's fun and easy. You go to one of the grocery stores and buy some plastic gloves, water spray bottle, your fingers, sponges, and this is the best thing known to man. If you ever notice freezer paper, one side is shiny, one side is paper, right? You put one sheet down on your table with the shiny side down, you protect the table, and as you're painting, any excess paint soaks into the paper or paper towels. You can also use the front side of the freezer paper as your palette. I'm going to show you this really quick because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do at home. But again, it's good to put that freezer paper down because we're going to get really messy here in just a minute. I have liquid paints. We also have these, which are my ultimate favorite paints. These are the F&W acrylic inks. You take your canvas, and it is a little messy, but it works on canvas, works on just about anything. What I'm doing is I'm just going to drop some down on the board. So now I've made this mess like this, and I'm going to take a spray bottle and I'm going to start spraying it, and I'm going to start letting it shift around in various directions. You keep on shifting it. Now remember, you've got that freezer paper down here, and that freezer paper is going to absorb any of the extra. So now you're going, well, that doesn't look that great. Well, thank you very much. So the next thing you do, I'm going to drop another color in here. The great thing is about this is that you can keep on playing with this. A lot of times I don't particularly use any pattern to the colors that I use. I pick the colors that I like to use. So now I'm just going to kind of start shifting this stuff around on this board. I'm going to drop another color in here, and then I'm going to show you something really fun. Okay, I've thrown some blue on here. So now I've got this really ooky, kind of interesting way to do this. And the colors will kind of start mixing themselves together, so you don't actually have to work this too much. And you can get some really interesting backgrounds. Now if I want, I can stop right here. I think I'm going to add a little bit of another color in here, because to me this looks a little plain. We're going to throw another little color in here. When I get halfway done with these, is I stop, I let them dry a little bit, and then I might add black. I do love black. It's really interesting right now. I hope you can see this from the camera. I'm going to shift this down just a little bit so that you kind of got an idea what I'm doing. Isopropyl alcohol. Instead of the 71% alcohols, you're going to be using the 91% alcohol. Now, right now, this is really wet. When you do this technique, you actually have to do it when it's really wet. Grab your isopropyl alcohol. You can put it in a little mister bottle. I love these little whole-body mister bottles. They are like the best ever. I have alcohol, and I don't know whether you can see this, but the alcohol will go in, and it will actually pull the paint out. But you can do that, and you can pull it out, or you can take this mister bottle, and with that real fine mister bottle, you get these really cool little effects on it. These are acrylic inks. These are actually the acrylic inks, so they're water-based. The other thing is you can mix any acrylics with any acrylics. So one of the other things that I particularly like to do is I love to use sponges. You can make yourself a great background with a sponge rather than a paintbrush. Now that alcohol technique, I'm going to show you that just on this plain panel. I'm going to grab a red here because I like red better. You can run, I call these the dribblers. Now when you're doing this, a lot of times you're kind of going to stand there and go, that doesn't look very good. But as you hit it with a little bit of water and let it run, and then start moving it around, can get really fun backgrounds. You know, you can actually go into your own painting. You paint with your fingers, you can pull lines in and out. A little bit will pull a little bit out. A lot will eat your paint away like little tiny droplets of alcohol. I'm going to lay this down, so I hope you can kind of see this if it's laying down. But if you drop a single drop, it'll just allow it to eat your paint out. And that will stay like that until it dries. And then you can go back into it. You can also do that so that you get kind of a random thing. When you have this like this, and you want to keep on going over the top like I did with this, there's always the chance that you're going to start lifting, you know, when you re-wet, you're going to start lifting colors again. So what you do, this stuff is gel medium. It's soft gel medium. Take a paintbrush, you take soft, golden soft gel, and you put on what they call is an isolation coat. If you put that isolation coat on, you can go back and you can wipe that paint right back off again. The reason why I call it painting with abandon is because you don't have to have the mindset that, you know, if you do something, you're gonna ruin your painting. To me, this is so much more fun. This is like when you were in grade school and, you know, before the teacher started telling you you did that wrong. This is the same kind of thing. You can keep on playing with your paints, and you don't have to play by anybody else's rules. So to me, this is more fun than a barrel of monkeys. So that is our demonstration today on painting